Hey guys, so I am actually in the hallway right now because Lewis is having a meeting with someone, and because it's not on travels, I don't want to I don't want to do a live stream and then they can hear me. So I think it's probably better if I'm inside of the hallway. But anyway, and he has them on the speaker, so whatever he's talking about, it can be clearly heard. Anyway, so today I was looking at my stock portfolio, and I actually should be really happy. Um, I'm heavily invested in Amazon. You guys already know that. I've disclosed it. Heavily invested in JD. It's like basically like the Chinese Amazon. And I should be happy that it's doing really well, but I'm not. Um, like part of me thinks like maybe I should put more money in, but when I see like Amazon at $3,100, I'm like, oh, frick, I don't wanna. I'm scared. Scared. And then I also look at the charts of things, right? I look at the charts of things and I see because of what's been going on in the shutdown stuff, the virus thing going around, people are buying more. So when they're buying more things online, that's the reason why you see these companies go up. And this is something that I've said before. I really felt that if things got worse, then you would see more and more people shifting to buying things online. I heard that Walmart is planning to do like basically a Walmart Prime, and I'm kind of I think it would be good. Um, and it's interesting to see how people's buying habits have really changed. I heard Bed Bath and Beyond, it dropped down like allegedly like 23% last time I heard after earnings, and I'm not surprised by it at all. Because when I think about Bed Bath and Beyond, oh no, not Bed Bath and Beyond, Bath and Body Works, you think like a lot of these people are buying stuff like like body soaps, fragrances. Most people buy, the liquid soap, lotions. You're buying that mostly because you're shopping and you see like one of those like 50, 75% off sales, and then you walk in and you think, I'll just buy this nice soap and I can smell it, and hand sanitizer. They come in like these cute little pocket packs of sorts. And now that people aren't in shopping malls as much, why would people go to Bath and Body Works? You can't smell it, you can't like test it. They actually have like a test place where you can wash your hands and you can smell the scent. So I used to do that. But there's only so much like hand soap I need in my life, so much hand sanitizer I need in my life. So I've never really been a big shopper. But when I was in Hawaii, I saw a bunch of people always in Bath and Beyond. I mean Bath and Body Works, um, trying all these products. And now that people are mostly staying home, or they're trying to reduce um, their exposure outside, I can understand. I can understand why that stock tanked, and I kind of worry about retail a lot. I think that no, I'm not profiting on the pandemic, but my portfolio went up because of people are buying online a lot of the stuff. When people buy online instead of going to retail stores, right? It's naturally the stock will go up, money goes up, and I don't know what's gonna happen. Is a $3,000 price sustainable long term? Is it? I kind of feel like my gut feeling is even if things open back up, you're gonna have so many people conditioned into buying stuff online. And I think that COVID, I think that this thing that's been going on really gonna drive the nail into brick and mortar stores. If there are certain things that you need to go in the store to try on, or like fragrances or scents, like you're better off buying it online rather than going on to the store. So yeah, that's the reason why I think Amazon went up, JD went up. Yeah, well, I don't want. It's not just the monetization. I don't want it to like kind of get hidden or things like that. Yeah. Yeah, I make like $0.00 off Google AdSense last time I checked. And that was last month. Yeah. So, I'm really rolling in the dough here. But yeah, I don't live stream because I'm making big money off of it or anything like that. I live stream because I actually enjoy live streaming, even though I'm sweating my balls over here because I don't have the fan in there, and I'm right outside of the front door. So if I look really shiny, it's because it's like a sauna. Yeah, but I wanted to do this live stream and let you guys know that when I was looking at portfolio, I thought to myself, okay, so right now my portfolio is doing quite well. Um, my Amazon went up like 120% since I bought it, and I I'm happy with it. GD, which was a thorn on my side. I held it after the CEO got arrested and the stock stopped by 50%. And I was like, no. Um, but, even though I should be really happy with how my portfolio is right now, it's basically like 40% gain. I'm not happy with it. And I just feel like a lot of uncertainty. Some people would say just cash out and everything, but I don't really want to cash out, even though Amazon and JD aren't dividend stocks at all. I don't feel comfortable cashing out. I think it can still go up, but yeah. So for me, like the way I invest is I don't do day trading. I know some people do day trading. Oh, I don't touch options with a 10-foot pole. If you guys remember my 417s 5 puts, oh, it killed me. Nah, it didn't kill me that much. I only lost $2,000, but um, yeah. The thing about that is that I was banking that SPY would go down because that was when COVID was starting to really get really bad. And I thought, okay, for a fact, I know there's not going to be a vaccine for at least a year, maybe even a year and a half. I don't believe that it's just going to randomly go away. And even though I was, even though I said, okay, I don't think anything's going to get better by April 17th came around. Actually, no, April came around. And then just everything just shot up. So I got screwed with my option over there. I got screwed with my put. Expired and worthless. It absolutely sucked. But when I was reading online and I found that other people were doing options too, and they also lost puts. Some people lost 100,000, some people lost 200,000, some people lost more than that because they put everything they had into options. My flaw with that thinking was I thought, okay, the stock market and the economy should be linked together, right? It's not linked together. If the government wants, if the stock market starts crashing, they're gonna inject money into it, right? Liquidity to prop it back up. So I do not believe that the stock market will absolutely crash. And people feel like it's impending doom and things like that. The government won't allow it to crash. Mark my words. And here's the other thing I think about too. With someone doing his campaign of sorts coming in November, one of his talking points is the strong economy. So between now and November, in my opinion, I don't see some catastrophic crash happening. I don't. Like I said, if anything happens, it's just gonna get ejected up. Yeah. So it was my mistake to bet against the market in that regard, long term, or not even long term, like a month out. I'm never gonna play with that again. I changed a lot of my strategy after that. I think that if there is a dip in the future, I'm going to throw more money into certain stocks and see how it goes, you know. The other thing I want to do though is I want to, I was looking online and I was looking for opportunities. So you guys know that I really like volunteering because things are kind of lifting up in a sense. And I saw this position for a volunteer coordinator position, a full-time job. I'm looking into applying for that. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I really don't know, but it's worth a shot. And I want to see if I do get it, Um, if I do get it, I'm gonna be investing a good chunk of the money that I make right back into the stock market. Because I'm not just thinking, this year, next year. I'm thinking long term. And I think if I pick, like a pretty safe stock, like really big companies, then I should be okay. Yeah, I should be okay. So yeah, I don't want to just I don't feel comfortable doing day trading. Some people feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. But I think it would be good for me. I think it would be good for me to gain more job experience and kind of put hand in hand what I have experience doing, plus volunteering because I like volunteering with myself. So yeah, no, when the economy was going down, right? You saw the markets crash, you saw everything crash, right? And then even though job numbers were getting terrible, SPY just got beat. Just SPY went up, and even right now, I look at it and I'm like, oh crap! A lot of these stocks just went up and up and up and up. SPY, I mean not SPY, Amazon, I can understand. JD, I can understand. I'm kind of hesitant about JD, just because it's a Chinese stock, and I kind of worry about a lot of manipulation. But man, it really surprised me that Amazon's at $3,000. It really shocked me. I didn't expect it to be so high. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's been saying that there's always going to be a correction. It's just like Amazon at 3,000 scares me because it was like, before this, it was like at 2,000, right? I was kind of hovering around 2,000, and then after COVID, so 3,000, 3,000 Amazon is just like, oh my God. Yeah. My Tesla. Tesla's too volatile for me. But I did buy Tesla when it was. I did buy Tesla when it was about 370 around there. I can't remember. That's because SPY is embarrassing. No, I don't want to buy Bitcoin. I know I did buy Bitcoin once in my life, but I don't have any of my Bitcoin. My ex has my Bitcoin. But it's based on the health markets and equity price multiplied by the number of shares. Yeah, but I think like when the economy goes down, you would figure that all the stocks would go down just because. But I think if people hold their money, then of course the stocks are going to go down or things like that. Don't mind Bitcoin. I remember I dated a guy back in 2010 or so. He said he used to mine Bitcoin. He had like access to like $5,000 servers or something. And that Mt. Gox hack or something like that. Yeah, all his Bitcoin got stolen. And I told him, I said, oh, you should mine Bitcoin again. And he was like, no, Erica, it's too high. I think when the time we had that conversation, Bitcoin was at $200. And I said, oh, okay, well, you know a lot more about this cryptocurrency stuff than I do. So he never reminded, he never bought any Bitcoin. And yeah, and then when I did buy Bitcoin, I think it was like at 7,000 or something. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Red October. Yeah, so I have like 6 likes and 30 viewers. Really? I thought Bitcoin only went up to 19,000 and then it went down. But that was crazy. That was crazy that Bitcoin went up that much. I remember they had people buying, being able to buy stuff with Bitcoin or go to like these Bitcoin ATMs or stuff. And of course, the price fluctuates, right? If there's so much volatility to it. So I don't like Bitcoin on that regard. I don't like that it's like up and then you see it go all the way down and then go up again. volatility just crazy. It's too uncertain for me. Yeah. So, what is Bitcoin's price anyway? What is Bitcoin? Does anyone want to know? I think Bitcoin, last time I checked, 7,000. How much is in that? I rarely check Bitcoin. Oh, 9,000. Okay, okay. You know what? I mean, oh, $9,220. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so my plan is I want to get a full-time job and then invest that money into stocks. So that way it just grows and grows and grows, and that way I get work experience as well. Yeah, that's my concern too. I kind of feel like right now you see it go so strong, and I wonder about a crash, but I don't know if I'm being paranoid about it because my thoughts is that the economy, if the stock market does tumble down, you know there's going to be liquidity injected into it like there was last time. They're not going to allow the stock market to crash. No, I'm not going to put all into stock, but I would be putting it, majority of it into the stock market. But man, I mean, I just think like, man, putting more money into Amazon right now, that's like a nail biter right there. Yeah, I remember one of my exes told me, they said, and this was before the COVID stuff, they were telling me, oh, Erica, putting money into the stock market is so risky, and things like that. Or even my own account was just kind of like it was kind of like this and that big, like because I have like quite a bit of JD stock. It went down after after the CEO got arrested. I was like, no, no. And I was too chicken to buy more JD stock. So I saw it go down to like $20, and my buy price was 47, right? So I bought at 47. I could have put in more money to dilute my um, my average, but I chose not to do that because I thought if he got arrested and the stock price dropped this much, do I feel comfortable putting more money into it? And the answer was no, I didn't. But then it bounced back, and now it's at like 67, I think now. But I honestly think most of it's due to the stuff going on in the world, where people are buying online. So yeah, I was too scared about doing that, and yeah, maybe I should have bought more. But it's when you see the CEO in an orange jumpsuit that scares me. That scares me. It's like the worst thing ever to see. Yeah, but I'm happy that it bounced back. I'm happy it bounced back. I'm really shocked Amazon's at 3,000, but I'm really, it's strange, but I'm not happy about my stock portfolio at all. I feel more anxious about it, if anything. Even though I have like a good amount of cushion, I think I feel anxious because I feel like when's it gonna crash? When's it gonna happen? No, it was in regards to well, you can look it up. It wasn't nothing to do with it was a personal thing. Yeah, but it wasn't fraud or anything like that. But let me just say that it involved a woman. So yeah, and then let's see. I think you need to have for stocks. You really need to have a lot of patience, and like there's some stocks you buy and they go up and you feel happy about it, and there's other stocks that it's kind of like pulling a horse. It's like go up, go up, go up, and there's one stock in particular that I have in my portfolio, and it's very constant. It's very constant, but it's only gone up like 10% since I bought it. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable buying any more Chinese stocks for a while. Yeah, like it's hard for me to time because I know some people they always look at the stock every day. I don't do that. I used to check it every day. Now I check about like once a week, once a week or so. And um, yeah, I only check it like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Now I'm not too caught up in my stocks, and I kind of want to keep my stocks for like years, like many years. And I just look at some of the stuff that I have. Like what do I have? I have like QQQ, and I don't know if that's gonna be around that long, right? I think it's been around since 2004, maybe 2000s around there, and I don't know if it's gonna be around in 2050 or 2055. I have no idea. But yeah, it's things like that. It just makes me think. It just makes me think. But there are certain companies that I do feel very strongly about that I know is not going to be going away in the next 50 years. And I would say one of them is Walmart for sure. It's strange because when I was looking at the Walmart stock, and of course I'm just talking to you guys. I'm not recommending anything at all. Um, and nor should you take any of what I say as advice, but this is just my thinking here, and feel free to tell me what you guys think. But I kind of thought like when I bought Walmart, I thought if the economy goes to absolute crap, more people would be shopping at Walmart. Right? Right? If people are tight on funds, most people in the US are shopping at Walmart. I mean, even when I was in Hawaii, actually, I was shopping at Walmart anyway. But yeah, and Walmart stock went up. Of course, it didn't go nearly as much as Amazon, but now that I think that Walmart, they're allegedly gonna do some like Amazon Prime version of it or so. I'm kind of curious to see what will happen. Like my speculation is I don't really, I don't know too much about how Walmart's online delivery is, but if I have to buy something, most likely I just buy it off them. But on Walmart does have really cheap stuff on certain things. I used to get toilet paper shipped from Sam's Club before. Yeah, Warren Buffett, I believe, also withdrew all his money from airlines, right? Airlines or cruise ships. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I don't understand why airlines and cruise ships, the stock has gone like absolute crap. Like, who's gonna want to go on a cruise ship now? Who's gonna want to go on a cruise ship? Definitely not me. Yeah, remember what was that thing called Diamond Princess or something? Remember when the people had COVID and they got stationed in Yokohama and they got docked in Yokohama for like 3 weeks? Yeah, I don't want that happening to me. I don't want that happening. See ya, yeah. I know some people, when I was reading online, they said that after that crash happened, what was it, like April 24th or so? 23rd, 24th, I think. Um, some places were saying like they wanted to just withdraw all their money out, but then other people locked down and they said they didn't want to deviate from the strategy for stocks. And for me, I saw it and I thought I added to certain stocks, but I was so kind of uncertain about certain things that I didn't want to just like go all in sort of thing. I thought like it would be lower, but it didn't get lower. It just kind of and then went back up. And now we know how it is. A lot of these, some of these stocks, not a lot of it, some of these stocks are doing really quite well. Yeah, so I think the stock market's going to be, I don't think the stock market's going to fail. Like, I'm kind of curious to know what will happen to cause a correction because obviously it doesn't seem like if you have all these people out of work, it doesn't have like catastrophic effect on the stock market at all. So yeah, I'm curious. But I was reading this and outside the front door because he's having some kind of talk with someone inside, and he has the audio on the speaker, so and it's really freaking loud. So if I go inside and I talk, you guys will be able to hear everything because he's blaring the audio from the speakers, and I can hear it even from here. It's kind of garbled because I have the front door, but I can still hear it. Um, when the PPP and all the checks are coming at some point, they will. I don't know. It sounds like they're trying to do a reopening. I know New York, they're doing phase 3. They're reopening phase 3 soon. I don't know what phase 3 entails, to be honest with you. I'm not going to be changing any of my habits. I still wear a face mask. I still practice social distancing, or I try to. It's really hard to do it at a supermarket, so kind of like I can't do social distancing really at a supermarket. But I'm just kind of thinking to myself like, how many people are just going to kind of be purchasing like bare necessities? Because like for us, for instance, my shopping, like after I did that initial like food stockpile, you guys probably remember that, right? I kind of like cut a lot of my spending now, and now it's like I look at the spending that we do, and it's like super freaking lean. Yeah. No, nobody's at a funeral. I'm outside because he's on. Lois is doing some kind of Zoom conference call, phone call of sorts. Yeah, so I'm outside, and that's why I'm freaking sweating because there's no fan, there's no ventilation. I could go outside and stream, but what time is it right now? It's 9:43. I don't really want to go out on the street. I don't really want to go on the street and start talking to you guys. You see what I'm saying? Like for my own safety. So because we don't have any actual rooms really inside of the apartment except the bathroom, and the bathroom is really close to the speaker, so you guys will hear everything. That's the reason why I'm outside. I also didn't want to wait for him to finish streaming because we all know how long, not streaming, for him to stop his conversation because it might last for an hour. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about some people, they buy gold. And did I ever guys tell you guys this? Like I had an ex who, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was like the time like silver was just like shooting up. Do you remember that? And this was probably in like 2008-ish, I want to say 2008-ish, 2009-ish or so. Anyway, so I remember he bought like $10,000 worth of silver, so he bought like a silver chunk. And I think his buy price was about $25. And he was holding onto that silver chunk, telling me that Erica, like silver is gonna go up in value. There's only a certain amount of silver in the world. There's less silver than there is gold. Silver's used for everything. I don't know if that was true or not, but yeah. And I looked at the price of silver, I think last year, and I was like, geez, that had gone up that much at all. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm in the hallway right now, so that's why it's echoing, and it's really hot and humid, and that's why I'm all shiny and sweating right now. Yeah, there's no freaking ventilation here. It's super humid. It is super humid here. Yeah, so I'm like sweaty, things like that. Yeah, but I mean that was a really heavy brick. I almost want to say it was like 10 pounds or something. It was like this big. So yeah, some people gold goes down when the economy goes down. Yeah, I know some people like you can invest in gold, but instead of buying gold, they would buy like certificates of sorts. You guys know what I'm talking about? And I heard that I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember hearing something like they don't actually, if you get like a certificate or something, that doesn't mean they actually have the gold on hand. But yeah, so I'm kind of thinking about what's going on in the economy, and my gut feeling tells me that we might have a second or another wave happening. In New York, I wouldn't be surprised. I think that, and I was having a really long conversation with one of my friends today, and she was telling me, she said, yeah, you know, a lot of people there are wearing face masks, and um, the economy's gonna revamp. Yeah, it's all dependent on the shutdown stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Right now, a lot of the stuff is lifting, but I think if people get lax and the stuff keeps happening, and then if you open up international travel, right, we're going to be almost right at where we were before if not everybody wears masks. And, I have no idea how Inky is. I haven't seen Inky since the other time I saw him. But I was there. I went to that area today and I didn't see Inky. Yeah, so I think if that another wave does happen, then I kind of think it's going to be like deja vu. I think that we're going to have people stockpiling on toilet paper again. We're going to have people prepping or trying to prep yet again, and there's going to be food shortages and things like that. For me, I'm not too worried about my food. I have like a bunch of sardines. I have instant. I have instant noodles. I'm okay, but um, you know, for the vegan or vegetarian stuff, I'm kind of lacking on there. So yeah, I feel like if you give me like rice with sardines, I'd be pretty much fine for quite some time. Add some kimchi, I'd be pretty much fine. I'd be like, okay, I can eat this for like probably 3 weeks straight or 1 month straight. You can't eat grass in the park. Yeah, so I know some people will probably say that it's not right for me to say this, but and I was going at it with someone in the comment section about this. I said, look, you know, you have these people who are very anti-mask, right? I get it. You know, it's hot and humid in New York. You can see I'm sweating, and I'm sweating even when I go outside of the apartment, by the way. And if you wear a face mask, of course it's uncomfortable. I know it's uncomfortable to be in the sun with a face mask, but I wear it because I fully believe that I want to try and lessen the spread of things going on. I don't know if maybe if I had it, right? Maybe if I had it, if I was asymptomatic and I spread it to someone else, right? I would not want that to happen. And it's embarrassing to me when I see these videos going spreading online about these Americans who are throwing these childish temper tantrums in stores, and they just throw things away, and they throw things around the supermarkets, and they're like, oh, you know, you can't infringe on my liberties and my freedom. And like, yeah, you know, you're right, but you're right that, you know, I understand that it's restrictive, but that doesn't give a person a right to try to like carelessly like endanger someone's life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it. You know, you can disagree with me on there, but yeah, I'm like, oh, it's just a freaking. It's not a medical procedure, right? It's not an implantation of sort. It's not a tracking device. It's not a vaccine. It's just a face covering. That's all it is. And when I see these videos and it's like Americans, I'm like, oh, we're already like the laughing stock. Yeah, I saw this one video. It came out a while ago though. It was about this one woman who she didn't want to wear a face mask, right? She was in Costco. You guys can look it up. It was like Costco Karen or something like that. I can't remember. And the employee at Costco was very nice and saying like, no, it's our company policy that you wear a face mask, and they offer her a face mask. She refuses to wear it, and then she sits her butt down on the floor, like an angry child. And then finally, I think the store manager, approaches her, and then she walks away. And then when she leaves the store, she takes off the face mask, she throws it on the ground angrily. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, you make Americans look so bad. um, and it just makes me think like, it's just makes the country look really idiotic. Like to just like, some people like they'll go over to the face mask racks and they'll knock it down and like, and just cause damage. I'm like, I don't understand the point of it. Like, is that supposed to make these people look like they're macho patriots or something? Because it just makes them look like absolute idiots. Just... And the worst thing too is that if you damage stuff, right? If you throw merchandise on the ground, you know who's gonna have to clean it up? The store employee is gonna clean it up. The poor person who has to stock the shelves or do aisle cleanup. It's very, very inconsiderate. Yeah, I heard what was it, the president of Brazil? I think he got tested positive for it, something like that. Yeah, I was reading something and they said for us to really lower what's going on, we need to kind of band together and stand for it. I've also heard of for Japan. In Japan, their cases were much lower than the United States in terms of population density. You know how crowded Japan can get, right? It's because in Japan, if people get sick, it's always like the norm to just wear a face mask. So when they were told to wear a face mask, it's like, okay, well, I wear a face mask when I'm sick anyway. And yeah, so you see Japan, and we all know how Japan is. They have very clean streets. I went to Japan, no litter on the streets at all. No litter. They're very polite individuals. They're very mindful about things. There's no graffiti, no tagging, and their cases are not that high. And then we come to America, and it's like you have this sense of entitlement. I see people like throwing stuff on the ground, even though it's right next to the trash can. It makes me embarrassed. I'm like, oh gosh. And then it probably comes down to this idea of like people don't want to be told what to do. Like, don't tell me to throw things in the trash, or don't tell me to wear a mask. Like, I do what I want. I just Japan's case is increasing, but it's not as much, right? And then in the United States. Yeah, he's taking hydroxychloride or something like that. Hydroxychlorine, yeah, something like that, yeah. That's what he's taking, so. I am. No, thank you. Yeah, so, anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Uh, I don't know. I was hearing about how we had tests here in the United States, and they were kind of wonky. Like they were giving like false positives or something like that. So, like, like when I think about, when I think about what's going on, I just kind of hope people band together. I hope people band together, and I hope that we're able to go and do what we used to do before. I don't know how comfortable I would feel like eating at a restaurant anymore. I don't think I would be, to be very frank with you guys. Sitting in a restaurant, which seemed to be kind of normal, you don't really think about that. Like now I'm like, I don't know if I really want to be sitting here for an extended period of time. And for a lot of these restaurants, I heard they have to have like 80% occupancy so that they can break even. And if they're not averaging 80% accuracy, then they're losing money. Yeah. And oh wow, Montreal. Wow. Yeah, I know in New York they say that you're supposed to wear a mask if you're supposed to wear a mask if you go into stores. You know what the thing about the situation that's going on? Even if you recover from it, I've heard that it's a very serious issue that you don't have the same lung function as you used to have before. So it's not just the fact that you recover, right? I mean, how many people are going to have lasting effects, or possible lasting effects with decreased lung function after this stuff happens? And it's not just about staying alive, it's also about like after effects of sorts. Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's great that you're decreasing mortality by 50%, but does it also decrease the amount of side effects that you have from taking those kind of things, like the decreased lung function? Yeah. Anyway, I am. Ooh, wow. $655 a ticket. Dang. You know how many people I could have ticketed if I could have like pointed out being ticketed if uh if that was going on today? Like, so many people on the street don't wear masks anymore. And I think they think, oh, it's sunny outside, so we're gonna be okay. I don't know about that. Yeah. Yeah, but try to look at that lung function thing. Anyway, you guys, I gotta end the stream because my battery is low and I need to charge it. And my cord is not long enough to go through this, so I will talk to you guys later. Yeah, I'm at 2% right now. 2%, it's crazy. And I cannot wait to go inside because I am like sweating so much. And I don't know if he's still talking to people outside, but it is what it is. Who knows, maybe I'll stream later today, maybe I won't. Probably not, I'm feeling a little tired, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.